Hello, Purple Razor here, and I'm continuing on in Western Skyrim. This one I'll be doing the Bards College quest, which I've put off until now because you have to do the collection quest. And it's easier to do once all the zone is explored.
The history of Skyrim is a perilous one. Never forget that.
That it is. So the quest is actually inside the building. But there's some people around here I want to talk to first.
Oh, skeevers everywhere these days. Chittering in fear. Need more cats to kill them. So much chittering. Why do skeevers chitter anyway?
Because that's what they do. But if you get more cats to deal with the skeevers, then you'll have too many cats around. So yeah, this little area here, I think, is Skyrim. But I may be misremembering, there was some event that was going on here. Can't remember what it was though. Might have been burning some effigy. But that may be wrong. The Bards College. I've only briefly been in this building just to look around in it. So I'm not sure what this quest entails.
Look at you, those resolute shoulders, that glint in your eye that says, I'm ready for action. After searching high and low, I finally found just the person that Skyrim's premier arts college calls out for. How would you like to become a legend?
I'm already a legend. But what college do you refer to?
The Bards College, of course. We who pluck heartstrings and chill the blood. Years ago, our prized antique instruments were borrowed by an overzealous member. She meant to heal a rift within the college, but it only made things worse.
So where are the instruments now?
No one knows. The bard responsible left clues to their locations in a song, Nell's Hidden Loves. Just as yours truly solves the first verse, that instrument surfaced at a secret auction. Are you available for hire to retrieve the instrument?
Sure, I'll go recover the missing instrument.
Now, naturally, you can't walk into a secret auction without the proper attire, especially not the Sapphire Societies. Their events are outre and rare, mind-boggling and taboo fair. No serf sets their affair. Sorry, I can't help myself.
Gotta love bards. So what do I need to wear?
All these secret societies love disguising themselves. It gives a sense of excitement to their lives of leisure. Fortunately, bards hear all sorts of secrets. Wearing this robe and mask will get you in the door. You also need the right passphrase.
And what should I say?
The magnates of the Sapphire Society speak a simple phrase to gain entry into their events. A jewel of blue rules the view. Truly underscores how they see themselves, doesn't it? You might want to practice it, just to be sure.
Maybe that's the Blue Palace? A jewel of blue rules the view. The jewel of blue rules virtue. I'm tempted to do that just to see what would happen, but no. A jewel of blue rules the view.
Excellent. You scan lines quickly, I see. Still, I would avoid any ad-libbing.
I'm ready.
Remember, a jewel of blue rules the view.
You said I'm saving the Bards College?
Well, you and I will save it together. A joint effort, brains and brawn. When they pen the song of this adventure, no doubt you will receive a mention. And what a song it will be, a tale of civil war, misguided decisions, and my stalwart bravery.
What's Civil War?
Many years ago, the college had a collection of legendary instruments. Each inspired great passions, strength, love, tragedy. There was an argument among the bards. How best should the instruments be used?
And what were the options?
Some said the instruments were too precious and needed protection. Others asked, What use are they if they can't be played? The two sides actually came to blows. Fretboards and inkwells flying every which way. It was all quite exhilarating.
Ah, that'd be interesting to see. Bards fighting it out with each other. What became of the instruments?
One of the college's greatest bards, Nell Farsong, took them. She thought if the instruments went missing, the fighting could end. So she hid them throughout Skyrim, which ended the war, but only because everyone was enraged at Nell.
Why can't we ask her where they are?
Oh, she died. Very sad. And she never told a soul where to find the instruments. But while reading Nell's Hidden Loves, I realized it held clues to their locations. If we recover them based on her clues, I'll be a legend.
Can you tell me more about this instrument you want me to recover?
It's a lute called Petraloop. Actually, it's Petra Lute, but try saying that after 5 strong meads. It was the learning lute at the college for generations, played by dozens, hundreds of bards over the years. It means a lot to us.
Why can't you go to the auction yourself?
Well, I hate to brag, but I am quite famous. Even if I wore the Sapphire Society disguise, the members would immediately recognize my voice. Such is the heavy burden of artistic success.
I guess. So I get to go to a auction. I wonder what this disguise looks like. Okay, very dark and mysterious. So what are these? Ah, that must be all the instruments. When we get them, they'll be placed here. Cool, cool.
One's voice is a sacred instrument. It's one of the hardest to train, and also one of the most beautiful to hear when used by a skilled vocalist.
That's true. I like her dress. And what was his name? Leeborn? He kind of looks like his outfit, like Dandelion from The Witcher. If you've played that, you'll know who I'm talking about.
People at the college still talk about how we should handle our exquisite, legendary instruments. Thesara makes a compelling case for availability, but I agree with Beatrix. We need to protect the instruments from careless drunks like Hrofkin.
Well, are you a drunk?
What do you want?
Nothing. So, who is this?
Well,
Professor Twain's the Knight. So, I wonder where this auction will be held, but I'll just check downstairs.
if you're here to ask about the schism at the college, I don't have time to explain, or tell you how we lost our legendary instruments. Undoubtedly, Blayborn will happily fill your ear with excited chatter about it.
So, even if I get these instruments, they might still bicker with one another about what to do with them. So, the auction's up here. But yeah, this outfit, very dark, very mysterious. So, hang on. It's gotta be in this building. Nope, behind here. Past phrase. What was it?
Speak.
A jewel of blue rules the view. I think that was it.
Welcome, and enter.
Go. We're in. Oh, they're all wearing the dark outfits. Very mysterious. I want this painting. Can we buy it? I don't really have much gold on me. It's in my bag. We'll see, we'll see. So where's this instrument? Hang on. Don't see it. So we'll talk to the auctioneer.
If you want to see our next item, you'll have to wait like everyone else. No private previews. You should know the rules. But believe me, you'll want to stick around for this one. It's a head-turner.
Actually, I arrived late. Has the musical instrument sold yet?
The loot? Nice patina. Just a trifle I came across in one of my hunts. It went on the block earlier. Too bad you weren't here then. There was only one buyer. A little bidding war would have warmed up the crowd.
Who purchased it? I'd like a word with them.
Now I do wish you had been here. You are skirting the rules. No revealing identities of buyers. Still, if you had arrived on time, you would know that the buyer behaved like an obnoxious ass. We typically frown upon stumbling about from drink.
Thanks. So I'm looking for an obnoxious ass.
That white mammoth certainly drew quite a bit of interest. So glad I won. They're so rare. Let's just hope the broker didn't cover a brown mammoth in talcum powder. Oh, why am I worried? The broker never lets us down.
Bought a white mammoth? Poor creature.
The decrees from the Blue Palace are simply absurd. Investigating transfers of suspected stolen property? Who cares where someone got it? If I want it and they have it, I should be able to buy it.
Well, it's not how the world works.
Oh look, another masked person. How dreary. If a steak comes back on the block, don't you outbid me. When else will I get to try Argonian? I hear they're all flavour and no fat. Ha!
Did you buy a musical instrument here?
Instrument? Oh, that loot. Yes, a mantelpiece for my music room. Has a nice shine to it. I acquired it for a song. A song! I made a joke, see? Ha! Why are you asking? Disappointed I bought it? Then too bad for you.
She's so drunk. Okay, I was late and missed the bidding. Can I make you this offer? I'm sure it will look good in your collection. I could steal it. I'll try this.
Buy it? I would never... Oh, wait. You just handed me how much? Well, in that case, of course you can. Take this note and collect your treasure from my servants outside. Please do business with me again.
Glad we could come to an arrangement. Well, that was easier than I thought.
Do you know what I wish to see come up for sale? An item that demonstrates who the true rulers of Solitude are. Something like a Jarl's ring finger. Demanding you pay taxes looks foolish when you have one of those on a chain around your neck.
Well, okay. We successfully got the instrument. So she said outside.
Yes? Perhaps you seek this one's mistress. She is busy, not to be disturbed.
Your mistress wants you to give me the loot.
What is this scrap you give Mazalkir? Well, this is her handwriting. This one thinks she has been drinking again, selling things she just bought.
So you have it?
Of course, Mazalkir does not steal, even if she deserves it.
Thank you. Well, that was easier than I thought. I wonder what happens if you choose the other option. Do you have to steal it from her? But this way, we both win, and 700 gold's not much. At least for me. I've got one of them.
You've returned! Have you brought back the petroloop? Will my fingers glide over its gentle curves once more?
I suppose they will. I have the loot you wanted.
Ah, Petroloop returns home. You know, I wooed my first love with this very loot, and my third as well. Ah, thus begins the restoration of the college's famed collection to its former greatness. The history books will remember you for this.
The loot, are you going to take it?
I assembled the museum for just this moment, but I think you deserve the honor of placing Petroloop on its podium. After you display the loot, perhaps you could read Nell's hidden loves. I could use your skill in recovering the other instruments.
Thank you, I will. So it goes on here. Wonder what it looks like.
Ah, wonderful! I left a copy of Nell's hidden loves on the table there. Have a look.
Hold on. Petra loot. Made by Master Petra, this loot carries a wonderful warm tone and robust voice unrivaled among other instruments. Curious name comes from many an imberated bard calling for Petra's loot at the end of a long session. Inscribed on the back are the names of many of the college's most famous bards. Cool.
Oh my, yes. Petroloop looks perfect in such a place of honor. Do you see how the light sparkles off its lacquered finish? Oh, delightful. Take a gander at Nell's hidden loves. I placed it on the table for you. Perhaps the clues will speak to you.
Perhaps. Well, this is a long song. You who quibble, disagree, take sides, relics of song enciphered here hide. Bard's legend first, I keep it with me. It's important, true, though worn lovingly. Her finger go the hilt of a blade, just shadows hide magnificent caves. At Western Mine, a long storehouse march, dragged across two holds steady and arch. Great creatures home, westest of Western, North Frost Grotto fringed, sequestered. Hjalmarch, a jarl, holds court above all. Stirring gnawed graves, a maze of cold walls. Towers that lower, bear height of great tales. Following sleep, the seas this one sails. To Carthal's turn winds, watching jarl's foes fall upon south. Brisk breezes freeze toes. Then to the dark a dwemer does take, empty falls light. At waterfalls break, sunset in dark miners do covet. A junk heaps gem, Lord Chorus above it. Towers do form from fungus that grow. Deep keep above and lava below. Well, that's very cryptic.
Wonderful. Look at the proud Petroloop in its proper place once more. And we're a step closer to undoing Nell's folly. But there are many other priceless instruments lost somewhere out in the world. They need to come home.
So you want me to find the other instruments that Nell pilfered?
Yes, indeed. Let the clues within Nell's hidden loves guide the way. As you travel through Skyrim, keep your eyes open. And your ears too. These are instruments we're pursuing after all. If you find more of them, I'll be here.
I'll remember that.
They say the first one is always the hardest. Everything should be much easier from here. Once you recover all the instruments, I will compose an epic, an adventurer's triumph, to celebrate their return. You will star in it, of course.
That sounds like quite the event.
Of course it will be. We will use the instruments too. They should be revered, yes, but used for special occasions. But first, more instruments. You'll have expenses. Let me weigh you down with some gold before you go.
Thanks.
As you fill the museum, bards from all over will make their way to Solitude. Keep working on the clues in Nell's poem. Once we have all the instruments collected, the performance can begin.
Performance? What do you mean?
With the clues in Nell's Hidden Loves and the return of Petroloop, word will travel fast among bards. I hear the vibrations among students, members, and alumni of the college already.
Is that a good thing?
Certainly. It will likely open a new dialogue about our legendary instruments, should they return in good order. You began something truly great here. Maestros that were once enemies have already started talking to each other again.
Maestros?
Ah, yes, you may not be so familiar with the structure here. Maestros are the faculty of the Bards College, Master Bards. The head maestro manages the college as a whole. Currently, that is Catrell Gioric.
Cool. So I'm now going to get these other instruments, and when I place them I'll read each of their descriptions for you. But yeah, I will return once I have all the instruments.